It began not with a thunderclap, but with a subtle shift in the digital landscape, a quiet revolution brewing beneath the surface. It started with the quiet hum of a server farm, a symphony of processing power ready to tackle the unknown. In the sterile world of data, where information flows like an endless river, a new intelligence, OpenAI's GPT-X, a marvel of modern engineering, was tasked with a challenge, a monumental undertaking that would test its limits. A challenge that had stumped scholars for generations, a mystery shrouded in time and lost languages, deciphering the Dead Sea Scrolls, unlocking their secrets after centuries of silence. The AI didn't just read the text, it went far beyond simple translation. It understood context, identified new authors hidden within the fragments, and unlocked passages lost to time, revealing hidden narratives and forgotten perspectives. Imagine a message in a bottle, a fragile vessel of hope and history, tossed into the ocean 2,000 years ago, carried by currents of time and chance. For centuries, we could only guess at its contents, its meaning obscured by the ravages of time. Until now, when technology offered a new lens through which to view the past. GPT-X became the key, the digital instrument to unlock history, opening the bottle, carefully extracting its precious cargo, and revealing a message, a voice from the past echoing into the present, more complex and surprising than anyone imagined, challenging our assumptions and deepening our understanding. This moment redefined our connection to the past, bridging the gap between then and now, proving that the deepest mysteries, the most elusive secrets of antiquity, might be solved not just by digging in the sand, by painstaking archaeological work, but by exploring the digital universe, by harnessing the power of artificial intelligence. The silence of the past was broken. The voices of those long gone began to speak again. For decades, the Dead Sea Scrolls, fragmented and incomplete, were a jigsaw puzzle with most pieces missing, a frustrating enigma for scholars. Human scholars made heroic progress, dedicating their lives to piecing together the puzzle, but the scale was monumental. The sheer volume of material was overwhelming, like reconstructing a library from charred pages, a task seemingly impossible. The AI saw patterns in chaos, identified connections where humans saw only fragments, connections between scraps, weaving together disparate pieces of information, and subtle shifts invisible to the human eye, revealing nuances that had been overlooked for centuries. It wasn't just translating words, it was interpreting meaning. It was resurrecting conversations from the dust, giving voice to the voiceless. This breakthrough marks a fundamental shift, a paradigm shift in our understanding, in how we interact with history, in how we uncover the secrets of the past. We stand at a crossroads, a pivotal moment in our relationship with history, where our most advanced technology, our most sophisticated tools, reaches back to touch our most ancient wisdom, connecting us to the roots of our civilization. The questions the scrolls ask, the timeless questions that have plagued humanity for millennia, about faith, about the nature of belief, community, about our connection to one another, and reality, about the very fabric of existence, are the same we grapple with today, the same questions that drive our search for meaning. With the help of our own creation, with the assistance of artificial intelligence, we may be closer than ever to hearing the answers, to understanding the wisdom of the ages. The story of what GPT-X found, the revelations it uncovered, is not just about ancient history, it's not just about the past. It's about our unending quest for knowledge, our relentless pursuit of understanding, and our place in the cosmos, our search for meaning in the vast expanse of the universe. So, after all the processing and analysis, what did this digital oracle, this AI marvel, actually uncover? What secrets did it unlock from the depths of history? The AI's analysis revealed, after sifting through countless fragments and texts, a far more nuanced and complex ancient world than we previously imagined. The scrolls weren't the work of a single sect, or a monolithic group with identical beliefs. GPT-X identified multiple authors and traditions, each with their own unique perspectives, suggesting a vibrant, sometimes contentious community, full of diverse voices and opinions. It revealed unknown prophecies, previously hidden from our understanding, modern-sounding community rules, offering insights into their social structure and alternative versions of biblical stories, showcasing a dynamic and evolving religious landscape. It was as if we'd been listening to a single voice, a lone narrator telling a simplified tale, and suddenly an entire choir joined in, each voice adding depth and complexity to the narrative. The AI pieced together a complete document, a feat of digital reconstruction, the Rule of the New Covenant, a key text that sheds light on their beliefs and practices, describing a surprisingly democratic community with shared power, challenging our assumptions about ancient societies. It also uncovered astronomical predictions, revealing their deep understanding of the cosmos, linking celestial events to prophecies with mathematical precision, showcasing their advanced scientific knowledge. These discoveries humanize the past, bringing us closer to the people who lived and breathed in these ancient times, replacing simple myths with complex realities, filled with the nuances of human experience. The people of Qumran were not just scribes, mere copyists of ancient texts. They were scholars, mystics, seekers of truth and enlightenment, scientists and political thinkers, grappling with the big questions of life and society. Their debates and visions now have a new voice, amplified by the power of artificial intelligence. By understanding their world, their beliefs, and their struggles, we gain a deeper understanding of our own and our place in the grand tapestry of human history. The scrolls are a testament, a powerful reminder to the enduring human spirit of inquiry and meaning, a spirit that transcends time and connects us all. Our story begins in 1947, a time of immense change and discovery across the globe. It was then, amidst the arid landscapes, that a young Bedouin shepherd, diligently searching for a lost goat that had wandered from his flock, stumbled upon a hidden cave nestled near the shores of the Dead Sea. Little did he know, this chance encounter would rewrite history. Venturing inside, guided by curiosity, he found an extraordinary treasure, ancient scrolls, carefully hidden within clay jars, undisturbed and preserved for 2,000 years. These remarkable artifacts, known as the Dead Sea Scrolls, are the oldest surviving manuscripts of the Hebrew Bible ever discovered, predating any other existing copies by nearly 1,000 years, offering an unprecedented glimpse into the past. Imagine the significance of finding an original draft of the U.S. Constitution, a foundational document of modern democracy, written not in 1776 but a century earlier, a revolutionary find that would challenge everything we thought we knew. That gives you some sense of the sheer scale and importance of this discovery. The scrolls provide an invaluable snapshot of Judaism, offering insights into religious and cultural life during the Second Temple period, a pivotal era in Jewish history. This was a transformative time that saw the birth of Rabbinic Judaism and the early roots of Christianity. They contain not only meticulously copied biblical texts preserving ancient traditions, but also previously unknown writings, offering fresh perspectives and untold stories, laws, shedding light on ancient legal systems, war plans, revealing military strategies and conflicts, hymns and prophecies, providing a window into the spiritual beliefs of the time. Before their discovery, the oldest complete Hebrew Bible dated back to 1008 CE, the scrolls dramatically pushed that date back a full millennium, revolutionizing our understanding of biblical history. Suddenly, scholars had the unprecedented opportunity to see how the biblical text changed, or perhaps more surprisingly, stayed remarkably the same, over the course of 1,000 years. Over the next decade, spurred by the initial find, more caves in the Qumran area yielded an astonishing collection of nearly 1,000 distinct texts. Assembling this immense and fragmented puzzle was an incredibly slow process, painstaking in its detail, and often fraught with academic controversy and debate. Each of the fragile fragments had to be carefully cleaned of centuries of accumulated dust, gently humidified to restore flexibility, and then meticulously pieced back together. Even after decades of dedicated effort, many texts remained frustratingly incomplete, their secrets still stubbornly locked away, hidden within the fragmented remains. That is, until the dawn of a new kind of scholar emerged on the scene, one not of flesh and blood, but one made of silicon, algorithms, and lines of code. The stage was set for a digital revolution, poised to unlock the remaining mysteries of the Dead Sea Scrolls. How can a machine read an ancient language? It's not magic, it's mathematics and pattern recognition. At its core, GPT-X is a prediction engine, like an advanced autocomplete for ancient texts. Trained on vast libraries including digitized ancient languages, the AI builds a complex map of words, grammar, and style. When faced with a fragment, it cross-references every possible word, context, and topic, calculating probabilities for missing pieces. It's like a detective considering millions of clues at once. The AI can even identify unique handwriting and stylistic signatures, grouping fragments by likely author. This allows it to reassemble shattered texts and identify long-lost scribes. The AI acts as both translator and literary forensic analyst. It doesn't just decode words, it reconstructs voices from the past. This is how the digital scholar brings ancient manuscripts back to life. The results from GPT-X's analysis were immediate and provocative. It reconstructed the scroll of the dissident, a sharp critique of Qumran's leadership, revealing intense internal debate. The AI uncovered a hidden layer in the war scroll, an astronomical calendar tied to prophecies, suggesting the community watched the heavens for cosmic signs. Most unexpectedly, it identified a female scribe through linguistic patterns in hymns and poems, challenging assumptions about gender roles. The AI's translation of legal texts revealed concepts like restorative justice and rehabilitation, showing a society concerned with compassion and redemption. These were not just rules, they were the framework for a surprisingly progressive community. The discoveries challenged centuries of assumptions about ancient religious life. The past, it turns out, was far more dynamic than we ever imagined. The AI's findings sparked both excitement and skepticism. Supporters see GPT-X as a powerful tool, one that reveals connections and evidence invisible to humans, making research more transparent. They argue AI is a partner in discovery, freeing scholars to interpret and ask big questions. For them, this is a new era of collaborative historical research. Traditionalists urge caution, warning that language is more than data, it's culture, nuance, and lived experience. They fear AI might create illusions, finding meaning where there is only coincidence. Can a machine truly grasp the meaning behind words written with deep spiritual conviction? The debate is real. AI can accelerate discovery, but it can't replace human interpretation. The challenge is to balance innovation with critical thinking. The future of history depends on both. What does this mean for our understanding of biblical history? The implications are profound. The AI's translations fill the silence between the testaments with new voices, revealing a vibrant marketplace of ideas in ancient Judaism. Many themes in the reconstructed texts, new covenants, community meals, apocalyptic visions, echo in the New Testament, showing Christianity's roots in a broader conversation. The AI's work challenges the idea of a single, authoritative biblical text, revealing multiple versions coexisted for centuries. The Bible may be better seen as a fluid, evolving library shaped by many hands. These discoveries invite us to replace dogma with inquiry and embrace complexity. The AI raises more questions than it answers, but they are the right questions. Our history is a living story, and we've just discovered a few more revolutionary chapters. AI doesn't make human scholars obsolete, it makes them more essential. The future lies in partnership. Computational power meets human wisdom. We need scholars fluent in both ancient languages and data science, bridging the humanities and sciences. This fusion will unlock discoveries we can't yet imagine. But we must proceed with humility and critical thinking, rigorously testing every finding. Ethical guidelines are needed to ensure AI illuminates the past, not enforces new dogma. The goal isn't a single correct translation but a richer exploration of meaning. Our understanding of history is no longer limited by what we can physically uncover. The Dead Sea Scrolls are just the beginning. The potential is limitless. The journey into our past is just getting started. We are all time travelers reading, questioning, and connecting with voices from the past. The story of GPT-X and the Dead Sea Scrolls is about listening, curiosity, and the relentless human quest for knowledge. You don't need to be an expert to join this adventure. A curious mind is enough. Ask questions, explore debates, and wonder about the hands that shaped our history. This discovery belongs to everyone. It's our shared heritage. The cosmos is full of mysteries, and the past is calling. The next great discovery might begin with your question. The story of us is still being told. Let's explore it together.